Hello, I'm Vince Hauser. I'm the owner here at Absolute Overhead Door, and today I am giving you doing a video on the LiftMaster model 8500W. That's what this particular model here is. This is on our sample board, but it really doesn't look much different in the field. This opener is what is referred to as a shaft-driven opener. This is the tube that would be on your door. This drum would actually be turned the other way, but this is where your spring is located on this tube. The opener mounts right outside the track. This opener, LiftMaster says it can go on any door. We will put it on basically any door, but we recommend it on what's commonly referred to as a high lift or a vertical lift door, which, you don't need to know all the terminology, but typically, if you've been in a warehouse, a big warehouse, commercial warehouse, and seen a door go up the wall and turn in or straight up the wall, that's what's commonly referred to as high lift or vertical lift. That's where this opener was really designed for. They don't tell you that, but I'm telling you that's what it was designed for. This style of opener has been out since garage door openers have been out, and in the commercial world, LiftMaster just brought it down to a residential opener. It is a very good opener for that application. Residential applications are going to be two things typically with high lift to vertical lift track. Number one is, of course, you got to have a high ceiling. High ceiling is the most common thing that we see in residential. It's because you built in a hilly area. Garage floor is way lower, 6-8 feet lower than what the house floor is, so there's stairs going up to the door to get in the house. If you didn't raise that track up, the track would have been running through the landing, which makes for a very dangerous situation when you walk out of the house and smack your head into the track, which is not very comfortable. So that track gets lifted up. This is style opener, it should be on there. And if you have that, you're probably going to say, well, I have that, and they have this kind of opener, which is a trolley opener on my door. And there are companies out there that will do that. I will tell you with 100% certainty, every single time you raise and lower the door, when you put a trolley opener on a high lift door, you are doing damage to the door and you are doing damage to the opener, because neither one of those are designed to happen. So you're going to replace your door probably half the time you would have gotten if you put the correct opener on there, and you definitely are going to get longer life out of that opener than what you're going to get out of a trolley driven opener. So that's where we recommend it. The downside to this opener in a replacement situation is the power cord is 6 feet long. There are very few houses that have an outlet on the front wall of the garage where the tube extends up. It's against the electrical code for us to run these off extension cord. We aren't going to do it. So if you choose to run it off a cord, we're going to leave it unplugged with the understanding that you're getting an electrician to put in an outlet. What you do after we leave is up to you, but we do not recommend running it off an extension cord, and just so you know, it is against the electrical code. But that is the number one issue with when we do replacement model 8500W. LiftMaster, at least at the point we're making this video, still makes the previous version of this as well, which is the 8500, and it is without the W. Two differences between them. One, W in the name, which simply means that it does not have Wi-Fi access, so you're not going to be able to control it by your phone. Second thing is, it doesn't have a battery backup built in. The 8500W has battery backup built into the opener. So those are the two differences. There are several people that in pole barn situations or light commercial will use the 8500 without the W, the original 8500. So that's the difference between those. But the main thing is it's a shaft driven opener versus this one being a trolley style opener. This is the typical setup. This is fairly new, but they are very nice openers when they are used appropriately. So anyway, if you got any more questions, our phone number's here on the website, and feel free to call. I'll explain that all to you over the phone, or we can send a salesperson or a technician out there. If you want 8500, we don't stock them typically on our trucks. We do stock them in our warehouse. So they're not used as often enough for us to use up the valuable space that we have to store parts on our trucks. So we need to know if you need this kind of opener before we come, if you want it done on the same trip. But once again, I'm Vince Hauser. I'm with Absolute Overhead Door. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to come work for you. Thanks.